people that are just passing by. Welcome into the show. Tonight's live stream has been brought to you by a story that I want to tell about watch enthusiasm and consumerism. It's a story that happened last night, as a matter of fact. But before we get into all of that good stuff, man, I have to do my wrist check, right? What is that? The Rangemaster 2 by two YouTubers that one is a designer, author, social media specialist, and the other one is a social media specialist, and he sells watches, his own watches, and I dig them. And we'll talk a little bit about that, man. But so let me just start with YouTube. What's up, DK? This is a topic that we discussed here a few days ago. We talked about micro brands versus luxury brands. It's levels to this thing, right? So bear with me on this, because everybody's going to be at a different level. And on this live today, I'm sure somebody will fall in this category. And it's not to say that you're right or wrong, but it's just wherever you place. And you may not fit in the category. But per conversation we had on multiple live streams about luxury, the different levels of luxury, what you spend, horology, stories versus the actual watch, what it means, status, and all that other stuff. I watched a couple of videos where one, the guy stated that he did years of studies on people, and he broke it down as to what type of collectors, and I believe he gave 7 categories. And then I immediately went into the comment section, and the first comment was like no or zero to everything that you stated. If nothing else, it was entertaining, but I have to agree, like you can't say that, if somebody, maybe I had to look at it from, maybe he meant from a business standpoint. People that are tycoons may wear a certain watch, and you could tell that person by their watch. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I just didn't agree with what he said. I still thought it was entertaining, though. What's up, Corey? What's going on? Welcome in. But anyway, going back to that led me down a number of avenues. First, it really, like, nobody's decision on what you should have in your collection matters. And if it does, then you have other issues. I've said that before, right? If somebody dictates what you have in your collection. Or, and I also, wait a minute. I just saw that one of the YouTubers actually posted a poll, and they asked, do you buy watches based on YouTube's advice, personal stuff? It was like 3 or 4 questions. And then again, I went straight to the comment section, and somebody was like, you didn't put my answer on there, or the question for me. So everybody's gonna fall in a different category. So I thought that was interesting, and we're gonna talk about that. But let me tell you the story. I go to Moya Jewelers, and man, I saw some of the most beautiful pieces in the world, to me, right? So I don't know much. I actually don't, besides YouTube, I didn't know anything about Arnold & Son. I ain't gonna lie to you. But when I looked at it, I went to Moya last week, and I saw it. Now, the guy that I normally deal with over there, he was on vacation, so I didn't have them open the case or anything like that. But I was just looking at it through the glass, and I was like, wow, these are pretty interesting pieces. So I walked around, and of course, they had Bell & Ross. They had your Seiko Lux, they had King Seiko, and at the very end of that, you have, who is it? Breitling. You have Breitling. Then, of course, they still got Grand Seiko. They acquired some other stuff, right? They lost Carl Bucher. Carl Bucher is a thing of the past. But I would go in there just to see some pieces that, like, I seen on YouTube. And, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. And I just want to see and just, like, get hands-on. And, boy, did I get hands-on last night. Went through Norcane. I went through Hublot. And we had a good laugh about that. I said, Hublot, the most hated watch company next to Invicta, that is. And the dude was like, yeah, man, dude, Nico just like, he just goes on and on about how much he hates. I was like, bro, look, Nico has a following. There's some people that may even like the watch, but they will not go against Nico on that one, or they won't mention it. They may not mention it because they may get slaughtered in the comment section. And I'm like, hey man, let's live on the edge a little bit, man. Don't let somebody stifle who you are. If you have an opposing opinion to the person that you like the most on YouTube, unless you just don't want the smoke. I get that. Everybody don't want to get into it. Watching James, I just saw your video. Well, I didn't see it. I saw you drop something. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out after my live, man. Which I don't know if I may be on with James. I don't know if you're going to be able to come on tomorrow. That would be dope. But I'm looking forward to our conversation tomorrow. Y'all know I love doing live streams with other people, man. It's super dope. But at any rate, we going through Hublot, and Hublot has a watch that's coming out, and it's concrete based, and it looked like graffiti, man. It's really got paint on it, like actual paint and stuff like that. I think it's like street art for the wrist. And I know there's some people that don't like Hublot. I think Hublot is an amazing watch, especially with you getting like all the elements that you can combine together. Price is something different, and price is really based on what you want to do. I'm not gonna miss out on any comments. I'm gonna try. Okay, good day. What's up, Tim? It do get real on the streets. So let me tell you my story. You at Six Flags? What's up, Maddie's World? I hope you enjoy yourself. I really do. So let me tell you the story. I'm walking through Moyer's last night, and I'm telling you, they had drinks. It was good energy, man. They had food. They were serving little finger foods and stuff. They had these little sushi rolls, which was amazing. The little cheeseburgers, they was like little Krabby Patties, man. It was super dope. I'm just having fun, right? They had an auction, so I'm looking at everybody. I will say, and I just throwing a number out there, I want to say about 35% of the people that walked in last night had on Rolexes, right? And that was the whole point of this live, is the Rolex crew came through last night. There was a few Breitling last night. Some people had on G-Shocks, and there was some other watches. I didn't know what they were, but for the most part, I seen a few Daytonas, a gang of subs. I saw the Hulk last night. I saw a couple of the Starbucks. I saw the Batman and Batgirl GMTs yesterday. Oh, there's a Ferrari squirrel. That's beautiful. I love cars. And for the most part, everybody's chilling. And this guy comes over to where I was at. So I'm sitting in front of Arnold & Sons, right? And Tim actually interviewed this guy back in the day. And he's giving the description. He's telling me about Arnold & Sons. I'm looking at this moon phase perpetual, beautiful watch. Gosh, man. And I know they were all different price ranges. 42,000, 50,000, something that was over 100 grand. And he's telling me about the movements, telling me the craftsmanship, telling me the history. I didn't know Arnold & Sons and Brigade were actually friends. Yeah, I didn't know Arnold was in Mr. Brigade were friends. And like, he's giving me all this stuff. And I was like, wow, I'm just amazed, right? I'm just like blown away. But I'm looking at the watch and I'm like, yo, this crazy. So this guy comes over and he has on a Rolex. And I'm looking down and it has a sub. And he didn't know what it was either. He said, what is this? He said, Arnold & Son. He was like, what's the price point? He told him what the price point was. He said, oh, so this might be worth some money. And he does this. He said, may come back. He said, give me a minute. Let me go over here and look at some other stuff. So we thinking like, whatever. So another guy comes over and he had on a Breitling. This guy, him and his wife, chilling. And he said, all right, tell me about this no-name brand or whatever the case was. And he was like, well, it's Arnold & Son. He told him what it was. He said, okay, what's the price? Told him, he said, that's it? He said, well, what does it do? I said, well, it gotta be worth something, because it's that. He said, well, I don't want to spend $160,000 a day. And the guy was like, well, you don't have to spend $160,000. We have some starting at, what was the starting price? I want to say around 28 grand for what they had in the case. And he said, so this is it, this is the whole line. And the rep was like, well, sir, to be honest, everything that you see right here, most times when you come to a boutique or something, you're not going to see half of what I have here. I have the entire lineup. He said, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go over here and look at something I know about. And so I was like, wow. Wow, okay. And you sit there, it's just like being in a barbershop. You sit there long enough, you'll hear some of the darndest conversations. All right, let me get into the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. You love those Arnold James, when I tell you work of art, and this is about to get real quick. For the people that had their Rolexes, I am not knocking your Rolex, the legacy of Rolex, and none of that, but I'm gonna tell you, from the people that I met that had their Rolexes, it's all status. It's all status, man. Because those watches, Chrono Swiss, and the watches I showed you, that I was shown yesterday, oh man, a sub, especially the sub crew that came through, aesthetically speaking, don't hold a candle to that. I don't care what anybody say about that, bruh. Now you can love Rolex all day, every day, but I know for the past 2 weeks when I was going live, a particular person will get in there and he'll ask a question. Name me 16 watches that's better than Rolex. And then, oh my gosh, and then it goes from there, because we do have some Rolex collectors. We have some Rolex enthusiasts, which if you're enthusiastic about Rolex, you are in a minority. You are very, like, you're down here. You're down here. Now, you still have a high-end watch, but the amount of people that's buying Rolex for the enthusiastic value of it, okay. Ben, what's up? Rich Check, JLC, Master Control. Somebody had a JLC. Oh, there was a Vacheron in there last night too. The guy had a beautiful Vacheron on. God, dog. I saw a Hublot that's no longer in production. It's purple, to no shape, amethyst on the dial. I mean, around the bezel. Beautiful. Hell Caesar, welcome in, bro. Nah, Trap, you need to look my watch up. You can't just read that like that. Oh, hold up, Ben 10, hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben 10 comes in. He's hot and heavy right now, okay? My man is flexing on a whole different level. You feel what I'm saying? Please, bring your attention to the front. And let's look at the JLC Master Control calendar. This thing is limited. It's limited. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how limited it is. There's only one made in the world, and it's on the wrist of Ben 10. You can't go to his trash to get this, like some people have been saying to have done. In order to get this watch, you have to bleed out your eyeballs to actually like come close to it. Because other than that, man, it is protected by like laser beams, aliens from Cybertron, bro. Like, so yes, and it is a sector dial. All right. Now you guys can go back to your regular scheduled program. Thank you so much. Sorry, Ben 10. One of the most affordable triple calendars. I do have to look that up because I can't picture what that looks like right now, but I will. Ben, money ain't a thing 10. Jay Jones in the building. 1 out of 500. Wow. Wow. Hey, man. Bro, that's amazing. But going back to the topic at hand, When is it? Well, no, I don't even know how to ask this question because I found it quite amazing yesterday that I had fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a beautiful time last night in Moyers. I always do. Anytime they have an event, I love it. Even when I go to Reese Nichols, and you get to see all type of stuff. You know what? If I had to measure, matter of fact, let's do this because I've been to Wind Up, I've been to Minutes and Hours, I've been to Kokomo, I've been to a number of Wind Up style events, right? And each one has their own elements. But I will say at Moyer, I've seen more high profile watches at Moyers than Reese. Now Reese, you can't like that. That's the Rolex like spot. But you got people walking up in Moyers with like Jacobs on, like $1.2 million pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some high profile watches. But again, I mentioned there's levels to this. That's not to say that you can't recognize like horology. You know what I'm saying? Like on that level, I think you have, like, if you're going to be an enthusiast, you will absorb all of it. You will love to at least learn about it. But I'm going to recommend that if there's a spot that you can go and look, lay eyes or hands on, that is so much different because some watches you like, oh man, precious metals. If you've never handled like a platinum Daytona, right? That sucker heavy, bro. Like that thing is about as heavy as an Invicta. That thing's heavy. Beautiful though. But then you go over to a Zenith and then you like the Chrono Swiss. Like I was just going through watches yesterday. And then I went over to Grand Seiko. Whew. That thing is amazing, bro. That thing is amazing. So I'm just saying, you at least experience it. At least going out to experience it. I'm not telling you to go broke or go out and sell kidneys trying to get a hold of this piece because that may not be your speed, man. That may not be your speed. You know, and I talked to somebody yesterday, actually two people yesterday, that said, man, I can't afford none of this stuff in here, man. And he was like, dude, I feel ashamed. He had on a G-Shock. I said, bro, I deployed with the G-Shock. And on top of that, Casio and G-Shocks are like the most sold watches in the world, period. Most recognized watch, period. I don't care what it is. That's just what it is. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I read that. Been listening while I put together my daughter's furniture. You still putting that together? What up, Oscar Risful? What up? Why I don't see no more videos on your YouTube channel? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Risful, that's something that that question's for you, Risful. I'm just gonna say symbol. How you doing? Trap wrist check, 47 millimeter Grand Pro Diver Blue Label automatic. One strength Hublot has, they're not afraid to do wild things in designs and materials to test new ideas. Tim, I just had on, and if you hear that, I know y'all hear that. That is, what is that? That's a Corvette. That's a Z06 as a matter of fact. And it's all black. It's so sexy. Dang. All right, squirrel moment's over. Chrono Swiss are daring with their designs. They are. But going back to Tim, I said this when I had Rich on yesterday. You have people that have put in comment section, this watch was almost perfect, but it needs this, it needs all these underlying things. And then you got like companies that will dare to try it, right? Speaking of which, I'm gonna tell you a company that I would love to see in hand. I would love to just touch and just test this watch out. MB&F. MB&F is such a weird watch company. Strange, man, but like the craftsmanship and from what I see off of YouTube, it's art. It is art. It's art. Is the epitome of horology, man, dude. And then there's somebody that's in our day and time that you can possibly see or talk to, email and talk back and forth, develop a relationship with. But I was looking, I actually dug into MBNF, and it's funny that they have so many watchmakers, they got so many developers, they got just as many developers as they have watchmakers, right? Which is crazy. And then I was looking at that if you had a problem with your watch and you brought it back to them, you can actually meet the person. They can look at the serial number and it's directed to like, hey, I built your watch. I think that is super dope. And I have that advantage right now because like Kokomo Watch Company builds watches, right? And another company I think is slept on, one of the best watchmakers that I know personally, but you can go and like, hey, this is what's wrong with my watch, and you can go back to them and do whatever. But yeah, man, I just think that the companies that do dare to jump on those ideas or listen to what people are saying on YouTube, man, it's a back and forth, man. It's a lot of contradictions. There's a lot of the money's involved, bro. Like money. I don't even know the name of this channel, but I was just watching. Somebody put Nico on blast, had receipts, was talking about what company was that he dogged out, and now was it MBNF? I can't remember, but I know I was watching it a couple days ago, yesterday, and he showed what Nico was talking bad about the watch company, but then now they made a watch with him, a collaboration, and now he's singing praises. So I think it was MBNF. I know you guys would know better than I do. These watch prices have enthusiasts feeling timid. You got to get a big boy when it comes to these boutique events. It's social status thing. Plead the fifth. Oh yeah, Bristol, he pleading the fifth. Go ahead and plead the fifth while you ain't got your channel's not up. Yeah, over there pleading the fifth. Next Saturday, going to a show at Little Treasury Jewelers, 20 plus luxury brands. And watch him be selfish. He's gonna go over there, look at all these watches, and we're not gonna know what he's looking at. We're not gonna see what he's seeing. He's just gonna hold it to himself, man. You know what I'm saying? Some enthusiast you are, man. Like, we like watches. We want to be down, you feel what I'm saying? But that's all right, bro. That's all right. I digress. I don't like to participate in these boutique events because it seems too snobby. Ooh, Ben 10. Not the snobby word. Could it be that some people got more money than sense? More money than horological sense? More money than, you know what I like? What is it? Wrist Unwound, which I didn't know he went live this morning. But he tells the story about his watch. He stands by Timex as being one of the best watches out there, one of the most underrated. And I know Timex just came out with a watch, a dive watch, that's at just a little over $1,000. And the comments I was looking at from not just his channel, but across the board, it's not worth it because it's Timex. Why would I give Timex $1,000? Well, if you ask that question, then it's obvious that watch isn't for you. And I don't see a problem with a watch. Like, if you're curious, you want to try it out, check it out. Yeah. You know, a watch is what it is. You like what you like, and you should just buy exactly what you like. Yesterday, I had this on during the event, Old Snake Eyes. And when I got home that night, I was looking at YouTube, and YouTube recommended a video, right? And the video, I don't know why it recommended me, but it was a guy talking about how disappointed in Tissot he was. That the loom wasn't great, the AR coating wasn't great, his watch was getting 38 seconds or something like that, like as far as deviation time. He chopped the PRX in half. Plastic movements, blah, 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 whatever. However, PRX still gonna sell because that is one person, and even the enthusiasts that may or may not choose a PRX, one thing that you can't deny is that PRX is going to sell regardless. Is it a solid watch? I think it is. It fits me just fine. Deviation time, how can I put this? Quite simply, don't matter. I don't have it on enough to really, I mean, if I look at it, I set it for a time, it's just about that time, all right, cool. And I'll wear it for like, I've been wearing that for the past 3-4 days. Now I'm rocking this. And when I take this off, I'm gonna put on my Laurier. It's as simple as that. That's just where I'm at with it. I don't have it on long enough to. Risk was too busy. Risk don't care nothing about us no more, man. He's like, man, he's keeping this content to himself, man. I think he still do videos, man, and just show his family. He said, man, I ain't doing nothing for them no more. I'm just messing with you. Perry, you from Memphis? Memphis, man. What's going on, Perry Bond? Thank you for being here. Ramon, what's happening, bro? Man 10 don't use hot sauce. He use hot sauce. Hot Horology hot sauce. Ben 10 use Grey Poupon. Wow. I remember that commercial. Well, let me know how those conversations go. The Invicta hate is real out here. Woo, that just so is bold. Let's see. Ben the Rolex Boss 10. Hey, you know what? There was one person last night with an Invicta on. He had a Pro Diver on. Man, I ain't gonna be able to monetize this live. That's what happens when you go live too. I'm too close to the street. You can hear music. Cause I got hit on what was it? It was somebody cut their car on and they was playing their music, man, and YouTube was like, oh, we strike. I said, it wasn't mine, it was them. But yeah, whatever. And I can't mute it. I love how much you love that to sew. I know that feeling when you can't stop wearing one particular. Bro, yo, this thing right here. Man. Dude, this thing just gets so much wear time. So much wear time. Unapologetic wear time. Megazoid. I'm feeling Tudor. You like the Tudor. I saw a Tudor video today. I heard that Tudor went up in price too. And you know, I didn't see a Tudor last night while I was wrist checking. And on purpose, I'm gonna tell you what I did on purpose. I wrist checked. Hey, how you doing? I wrist checked on the way up here, right? I walked from pretty far, just getting my steps in, but I saw a number of Casios. Of course, I'm on the trail, Monon Trail. I'm in Carmel right now. And one of the last watches I saw, this guy had a Breitling on, Navi timer. Beautiful watch, blue face. Oh man, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And he got like large, those are big watches, man. Those are really nice watches. But I don't know, like I would love to know what his story is. What's behind that watch purchase? Why do you own that watch? Because the one thing that inspired me about doing this live was there were people that have money, and there was people, man, Moyers probably made over $2 million yesterday. Man, there was people just buying, like, gosh, they was buying watches, bro. They was buying some nice stuff, man. And I think I think that was Hannibal. You asked me like what my takeaway was, man. Honestly, I sent you an answer. I text you an answer. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with the Arnold & Son. Was like that Moonface Perpetual was just something, man. It was something different, man. And then I started thinking to myself, realistically, if money was no object, what watch would I have walked away with last night? And I don't think it would have been an Arnold & Son because I'll say this. I was listening to the Grand Seiko rep talk, and he was just showing the pieces off. I don't know, maybe I think I would have walked away with a Grand Seiko last night. Grand Seiko was just, man. I mean, the colorways of that thing, man, and just what it does, the technology. Oh my gosh, that watch is just, that is a work of art, man. And that was, you know, we were talking about Rolex last night, and I'm not gonna say who I was talking to about Rolex. It was somebody there. We was talking about Rolex, and this collector, this enthusiast was like, bro, I own multiple Rolexes, and they're freaking boring in comparison to these other watches. This is why I come and I have certain watches. This is why I will gravitate towards buying a Tag Heuer, you know what I'm saying, a Monaco or something, because it's different. It has a different vibe. The aesthetics alone. And granted, I know Hannibal's in there, and you can ask that question, what watches are better than Rolex, right? Rolex is going to win out on, I think, every time because of how it's marketed. But a conversation I had, was that today? Was that earlier today or yesterday? I think it may have been yesterday. But a conversation I just had with another collector is, let's look at the market share. So you have digital watches, or not digital, but the smart watches have the majority of market share. But like, do you consider that a timepiece? But it tells time, it's in the form of a watch. So yes, in that space, they have like 40%, 40 to 50% of the market share. Rolex comes next, and then everybody else falls in that. But you know who else has a much bigger, a larger piece of the pie? Fakes. I'm not talking homages, we're talking fakes. Fakes has the largest amount based on what the reports say. The largest amount. So there's some people out here, and I don't know, I'm not gonna say there's somebody on YouTube, you know, like, I mean, you can't tell from there. You can't tell from the screen, unless it's a bad fake. But like, dude, like, these fakes are good. I saw a Rolex. I know somebody that has a fake Rolex. He told me, he said, bro, I paid $400 for this thing. Can't tell. And his partner got one. You looking at it, you can't tell the difference until you crack it open and look and see. There's things that you can tell, but when does that stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, enthusiasts, you fall into a small list of people on this planet when it comes to watches, and micro brands is a space for you, for your opinions, for your words, for your suggestions and recommendations. A company like Rolex, you think they about to move for or change the design for an enthusiast? Why would they do that? You don't even make up 1% of the people that's either interested or even buy from them. Just don't. I don't have I don't know the number. I just threw that out there. So somebody trying to fact check me, I don't know, but you still make up, I know this, you do make up a small percentage. Ooh, wrist checks coming through. Ooh, okay, I see you. Thank you. Tudor is government issued to the seals. Okay, I posted a few shorts. When? He said, Hannibal is secretly a Rolex fanboy. Question, hold up. Haven't seen watch prices now after tariff hits. Oscar, so gosh, Squale just went up $100 on their watches. Everybody's going up pretty much for the most part. I don't know about German watches, which I saw Glashut Original last night. That's another one. That's another one. Oh my gosh, man. Geo is like it, bro. Geo is it. It's it, bro. And you know what? Let me just say this. Let me go back to the point I was going to make. Last night took on a different, like the conversation I had, took on a different meaning if you had set amount of money. Disposable income, $50,000 disposable income. I would have lost my mind. I guarantee you, at 50 grand last night, the Geo and the Grand Seiko would have left with me last night. Last night, most definitely. And unpopular opinion, I would have got a Hublot. Whoo. And I know he wouldn't have sold it to me off his wrist, but the Hublot rep that was there. He got a Hublot that's discontinued. That sucker was all type of cold-blooded. I sent a picture to a couple people. Wistful, I sent Wistful a picture of it, man. God, dog, that thing was fresh. Ben 10 Trap will tell you about what Rolex I love. Oh, man. His speedometer check, Rolex. He likes the, or what was it? What was the original design? Was it Pilot? I think it was Pilot before it was Speed. And I got that information from, oh, I didn't even see what it was. Dang it. I hear it. Well, yeah, of course. So the Air King is his favorite, but I guess Pilot watch first, then it become like the speedometer of like the fastest land vehicle. There can only be one. It's the lightness of the carbon, that's why. The carbon and titanium watches are so comfortable. Yeah. So Ben 10, I thank you for pointing me out, because that was something I wanted to talk about. Because I got a comment. I was reading a comment about watches like Henry Archer. You know, it was made mention to Aragon. There are watches that you should absolutely love in your collection. You should absolutely love to seek out and just find out and wear, because in some cases, man, what's not talked about is application of watches. Once you obtain it, like what's the point outside of showing it off to somebody else? You know, so what's up, man? So if I went and got let's say I went and got an Air King, which I like an Air King. I do. I like the Air King. And if I wasn't like the Datejust and Air King would be like 2 watches, and the Yachtmaster would be 3 Rolexes that well, you know what, I take that back. And I understand, Hannibal, you may not, this is unpopular opinion. I will go Longines before I go Air King. Because that's just what I want. That's my level. That's what I want, because I know how I wear my watches. Case in point, I got a watch here that I don't show that often, but I absolutely dig this watch right here. Glycine combat sub, and this brass. Got a brass buckle that's starting to patina already. And yes, this thing is ready to go to fight. And I ain't talking about fighting nobody, but like fighting the war on obesity. I take this watch out with me to just enjoy on a walk. And when I tell you, hold up, man, just look at the dial. Time and date and stuff like that ain't really set. But once I set everything, it has, hold on, let me flip it around. I found a new coffee spot too, y'all. It's really nice. Look at that. Decent loom on it. Oversized crown screw down, crown guard. 60 click bezel. I think, man, I'm telling you, man, like, off top, 200 meters water resistance. So this thing is ready for it. Like, you can go swimming in this thing and just, like, this is a watch that you can go on deployment with. That's just what I like. That's what I like. And you can see, like, man, so the side case is starting to patina, man. It's crazy because it's been on my skin, sweating and everything. It's starting to patina a certain way. I dig this watch so much. Dig that watch so much. It's like, and that's not a Rolex sub. It's not a Tudor, which I'll say the Tudor is a better choice than getting a Rolex Submariner. Man, what's that, man? Y'all ain't even tell me I had that on my head. Y'all see how y'all do? I just happened to see it through the thing. Y'all just let me sit out here looking crazy in front of folk. I think this place, they closed already. They closed at 7. Sketchy guys wearing brightly. They use Air King or their RM. The Grand Seikos are fire for sure. That sweeper second hand, yeah. Lee is lurking. If they close this gate, I'm gonna have to go. If they kick me out, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna close this part of it. If not, if they do, there's too many places to go sit, man. Cause man, where I'm at right now, it's a beautiful spot. This is a beautiful spot out here. Rolex is boring, blah, blah, blah. They are boring because they choose to be, which is why they do well on the secondary market. Rolex is the watch that you wear when now you go up. But you know what, man? Again, every watch company, every brand has its place. And one of the things that inspired me to do this live today is not to bash any luxury brands, but to say this: people don't know what they get. They don't know nothing about this. Now, you have your reasons as to why you own Rolex and why you like it, or your JLC, you have a story behind stuff, right? It's not necessary, but like, since we're sharing our information here on social media, people posting their watches on Watch Crunch, it is interesting to know that there are people out here that are just buying. They don't know what they're getting. I watched that last night, man. People were just buying watches. It was like, how much is that watch? Oh, that gotta be. It was like, this guy was talking to his wife. She said, honey, you like that? And he was like, yeah, that might be a good investment. Let's get it. I was like, dang, okay. Yeah, just go ahead and drop that 40,000. That 40,000, wow. Whew. And it's, hey man, it's cool. You know what's crazy is sitting in there watching people that's able to do that stuff, man. I was like, that's amazing. But for the reps that are trying to educate, and then you got the snooty people that don't know nothing about what they're looking at, and then they'll, like the guy that had his Breitling on was kind of poo-pooing on Arnold and Son, and I looked at him, I looked at his wife, and I looked at the rep, and the rep was so gracious. And I was like, man, bro, I commend you, sir, because this guy was just like, well, it is, I guess it looked the part. I said, bro, if you don't know nothing about it, let the man speak. He was trying to talk over him and everything. I was like, that's crazy. Fakes are everywhere. Yeah, you are enthusiast because you're not worried about the value. Nope. I just had someone come into my shop with 2 fake rollies. Whoa! So, man, okay, all right. What is that? Something Gate, DH something. It's a place where you can actually get fake Rolexes, man, and there's channels. I saw them for myself. There's channels where they was like, hey man, look, I got this Rolex, you can get boxing papers off top. And I said, how are they getting away with that? And how is their channel not demonetized? Because I'm like, yo, now I'm not about to snitch on nobody's channel, but I'm like, people like, hey, what's the link? Hey, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about channels that got, like, they had under 5,000 subscribers. Some even literally just got started, and they got 43,000 views. But that goes to my point. The fake market is killing everybody. So just imagine if like there was no fake market, then Rolex would be Rolex would probably be selling 2 million watches per year. But people are gonna buy that because it identifies with not luxury, but like you've made it, like you're somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm telling you, I've been around enough people, and I'm not gonna say like this one YouTuber says, I've studied people for X amount of years, and I can tell just on the watch that you buy what type of person you are. I can tell by some of the people I've been around that own Rolex, that some of the people are very insecure about who they are. And they buy, it's not just the Rolex, it's the clothes that they have, the cars. They are extending themselves financially just to have this persona for you to to feel important. And I don't know what I'm no therapist or nothing like that. I don't know what they went in their childhood or whatever, a need for them to have a need to showcase this. But I'm like, if you can make the money to buy whatever, you buy whatever you like, man. But I'm telling you, man, That's not healthy if you buy stuff just to prove a point. I think that's weird. Just me personally, I think that's so weird. You have to, man, you should be enjoying, man. You want to see a watch that I enjoy? Now, of course, y'all know I got examples. Here's another watch that I enjoy right there. Oh, yeah. My Tissot 1938, bro. And I don't even show this as much. I don't post it as much anymore because, I mean, I just wear, there's a couple of watches that I wear, I just don't post. But I wear them and I enjoy them. Even if I'm not leaving out the house, man, I will switch and just sit back. I think it's just cool to know I can sit back in my crib on the couch, cut the TV on, and just look at how blessed I am to have a roof over my head. And we're talking watches. Something, man, my phone tells better time off top. Just does. But what's the fun in the watch? I mean, the phone. I dig this. My godfather wore a watch. My dad wore a watch. My mom wore a watch. My sister, my grandmother, everybody had a watch on. My household were watch wearers. And before this term enthusiast, my sister had, God dog, my sister had about 20 watches in her collection. 20 of them things. Yeah. I don't know what all they were, but I just know they were like fashionable. Some was made out of stone dials. Some had, like, she had some wood watches. Yeah, my sister had a gang of watches. My dad had Timex and Seiko. My mom had Citizen, purely. And then she got into Boulevard. Those two, that was the only watches that I remember her wearing. I actually have one of my mom's Boulevards right now. It's a small lady's watch. I'll never get rid of it. My brother has a fake Rolex and he's convinced it made same factory. Tudor, $250 per watch. Sheesh. When I worked in Asia, you could buy different grades of fakes. The best ones were promoted as genuine copies. Really? These independents are difficult to service too. Rolex is solitude watch that increase in value through market and durability. Rolex hate has to stop. No, we're not. We can't stop Rolex hate, bro. That continues the narrative. That keeps. It's another Ferrari, y'all. Hold up. You can see the back end of it. Get it. There you go. All right. The squirrel moment's over. Sorry. I told you I love cars, yo. I'm sorry. I love cars, man. I'm a Rolex ally, just not a potential customer. Yeah, just got a Daytona, didn't you? Air King, Milgauss, and Daytona are the ones I like. Longines is absolutely fire. Best calendar chronograph. Landmaster is going to be iconic when they take chicken wire off. Chicken wire. Oh, nah, you a Rolex hater. Get back. Oh, man. Land Dweller, I haven't seen Longines calendar chrono. Affordable, durable. Yes, Land Dweller, I'm all in on the Bowdary. I wonder what's the best way to say it? Is it Bowdary or Bowdary? Or can you say it both ways? Brother, the day before yesterday, I saw the new Ferrari, bro. This thing is nuts. Luciano in the building. I'm just trying to catch up on these. Man, I'm so far behind in chat. Honestly, Tudor monochrome is calling. That, hey, I will say that Tudor monochrome is. I haven't, I saw when they debuted that, and then I hear nothing else about it, man. Like, I don't know. I'll blame YouTubers, man, because I saw this dude. He talked about some of the most influential YouTubers. He put Nico Leonard, Tim Masu, Teddy, Miss Gringa. Why he used Watching James made the cut. Hey, when Watching James made the cut, I said, hey, Watching James in there. Yeah, I seen all these people, man. And I hear people that say they got love-hate relationship with their, people. But I'm like, I wonder why, like, there's some watches, man. Like, fall back on some of them old watches. Bring that back up to, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if, like, well, I ain't gonna say if, because Tudor is in the toilet financially, right? Or they haven't sold, I ain't gonna say they're in the toilet, but they haven't sold as much. Talk them up, like y'all been doing. But like, go back and talk about some of the brands that haven't been talked about. And Monochrome is one of them. I still want one though. Hello there, Naomi here. I am watching James' wife. Yo! Hello, I'm Naomi. You're watching me, and we're talking watches. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. That is super dope. Bo Derek reminds me of country and western singers. Bo Derek. I need one of those Vincianicals. The Vincianicals do sell out fast. 7:15 here in PA. It's dark. It's sackcloth. Yes, I did see that Vincianical. I think regardless of how people spend their money, I still say, even with tariffs, this is like the best time. I've never in my life seen a time, how y'all doing? I've never seen a time where you have so many people, even if we don't agree with each other, even if we're hating on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is probably the most vibrant time I've ever seen while being on YouTube and watching YouTube, because I started out watching like TGV back in the day when he was just like chilling, he was talking, he's always had the energy, but I would say in like his storytelling just got so much better and better and better. His knowledge of watches got so much like in depth. And then you start having all these different talk show hosts, so to speak, the live programming. And granted, I'm not going to agree with a lot of stuff that goes on YouTube. Some people I think are more polished than others. I like some of the raw vibe. I like the people that are taking, like, who is that? Teddy. I think Teddy took a really great step towards, he's showcasing watches. Of course, he's selling watches. I like the fact that he added story time to it, like behind the scenes. That bike don't even sound like the way it looked. I thought it was a bigger bike, but it's like a crotch rocket. I like bikes too. I just don't know like the different, you know, whatever. But I do like bikes. Hold up. I can dig it. I can really dig that. Woo! Love it, man. I don't know, it's just maybe just machines. Let's see. Let me get back to the chat. I will try to answer for Trap. JJ is yes. Oh, hold on, wait. Should I buy more Eric? Don't answer nothing. Listen, y'all, when Jay Jones stepped, matter of fact, hold up. America, worldwide, my people in India, you know what I'm saying? Let me see who else is on here. UK, everybody in the UK, Australia, everybody worldwide. Jay Jones is a menace when it comes to watch buying. All right, he don't sell nothing, he don't trade nothing. The dude buys watches every time he comes on his show. He's an Aragon and Invicta buying agent. All right, and all of you people that are waiting on your watches right now, they can't send you your watch because they're trying to fill his orders. This man, every time I go live, and y'all know I go live dang near every day, this man is buying 7 to 10 watches every day. 7 Invictus today, 5 Aragons today. He may buy a Spinnaker here too, but then he's right back to Invicta, Aragon, Invicta, Aragon, Invicta. Casio? Nah, Invicta on Telemundo. This dude is doing everything, you know what I'm saying? Every day, man. So, yeah, you ain't got to answer that for him, man. He was gonna buy, he already bought it. When he asked the question, it's already purchased. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Netherlands. That's right. Netherlands. Y'all down in the Netherlands, hey, spread the word. Don't Jay Jones your purchases. Y'all, be careful. Don't Jay Jones your purchases, which means don't go above and beyond, man. You know what I'm saying? Let it breathe a little bit. Jay Jones is on a tear. He don't care about nothing. He don't care. The dude see, he was like, hey, Jay Jones always got a squirrel moment. He sits back, he's retired. So he's just click or scroll. Ooh, every guy got a sale. That's all he's doing. I'll bet right now, wherever the buy button is on his screen, I'll bet you the glass is wore down right there. I bet money. And don't, Jay Jones, don't try to switch your phone out tomorrow at T-Mobile. Don't try to get a new one. I know you. But when I come to New York, I'm like, pull your phone out, bro. Pull your phone. Let me see. I bet you wherever the buy button is on your phone, I bet you the glass is worn in. I bet it's just, your credit card is pissed off. Your credit card is in an abusive relationship. You've been abusing your card, bro. That's crazy. Jay Jones is living life. Retirement is the goal. Hey, should you buy more Seikos? Yes, bro. Yeah, you should buy more Seikos. Get you another Seiko. Yup. Jay Jones, the Invicta King. I love bikes too. I have about 10 of them, but Naomi is not a fan, so I don't have one at the moment. That's crazy. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He do. Wrist check, you got the Hamilton Merv 42 millimeter. That's a beautiful watch. I like the Merv. Oscar Jr., JJ Ben, Lucci, tell Trap to come walk his dog. Man, bro, if I had him right now, man, I'd walk him down this trail, bro. Man, the Monon Trail is beautiful, man. I love it. Matter of fact, we gonna land this plane, man, so I can go back, because by the time I get back to my truck, it's gonna be dark. And I don't like to walk on this trail at night because there's coyotes. And did I bring my blade? I didn't bring my blade out with me because it was light. I'll fight a coyote though. I'll fight a dog if it come out on me. We gonna scrap. See, what you know what I'm saying? You gotta get down there, man. Elbow, put that thing in a full Nelson, you know what I'm saying? Let that dog know. I ain't playing. Yeah. I know you got a few Seikos, bro. So as we land this thing, they watch Trap in Antarctica. Hey, they do, bro. I like all watches, really. I wouldn't dismiss anyone for what they wear. Then, you know what, I've said this before. I love having the banter. I love having the back and forth conversation with you guys. And you guys help me out so much with model numbers and stuff like that, or just models itself, because what I do is I always go back and look at this. I'm like, okay, Ben said this watch, so I'm gonna look at the watch that you talked about that you have on today, because I can't picture it right now. My lives are not wasted, of course, but I'm just saying, like, I enjoy each one. I enjoy producing them, but I love learning stuff, right? And then you got Hannibal. Hannibal will hit me up with some stuff, some information, because I got some information from him before I went live. But for the most part, I'm always learning something. And I get a chance to see stuff. And then it's crazy how many people that's in my hometown that I can come across every once in a while. They'll be like, hey, I know who you are, and we'll get to talk about watches, and like they'll do wrist checks. I'm like, I think that's super cool. I love that, enjoy that so much. So yeah, man, I enjoy these lives, doing these lives. I enjoy you guys sitting here with me, man, because like we're sitting here just chopping it up about watches, talking junk. And I have, hey, hold on, wait a minute. We haven't had any Rolex hate in a second. So let me go on my Rolex rant. There's some people out here that buying Rolex that you just bought it just to get some type of reaction from people. You don't even know what you got on your wrist. You don't know the history of the watch. And I will say this one person that, dare I say, I work with you, and you were wearing your Rolex off your wrist. It wasn't even sized. And I was like, bro, are you serious? Are you serious? Is that how you treating your watch? Is that what we doing? That's what you representing? Oh, but because you got a promotion and you make the money, it don't matter. I'm like, how you just gonna buy your watch and don't get it sized? Oh, you was gonna try to size it yourself? I know how to size your watch, but I bet you tried it, you like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back to the jeweler. I know that's what you did. And you may be watching. I didn't say your name, but shame on you. All right, I'm done with my Rolex rant. Oh, hey, hold on, wait, here's another one. You, Mr. Person, commented, you watched one of my old videos. I did that video like 3-4 years ago, right? 3 years, I don't know when it was. It was during COVID. And I will say that I did. Let me tell off on myself. I tried to, hold up. I'm gonna take my glasses off for this one. I tried to mimic the way the way reviews went, right? Because I'm not a review channel, but I tried it. I attempted. I wasn't that good at it. At least what I thought. Like some people said, they're like, Trap, that was a great review. And I was like, I don't think it was. I wasn't being myself. And I reviewed a Daytona homage, right? That 50th anniversary platinum homage, right? With the diamond hour markers and whatever. And I went back and looked and I said some stuff, but you told me in the comment section, don't compare a Rolex if you've never owned one. I've owned it, bro. I bought a Rolex before. I've had it, and even if I didn't, I still have an opinion. But I guess you wanted to burn me and make me feel like, well, you can't afford a Rolex, so you can't. I can do whatever I want to on this channel, within reason, of course. I'm not going to disrespect you or nothing like that, but that's a public, and I'm not going to take the comment down. It's public, and for those of you guys that want to shame me because, hold up. Because I wear a Tissot, $1,000 watch. Because I have glycine, $600 watch, somewhere around there. Laurier, $500. Ooh, I got another Tissot right here. It's $1,000. Oh, because I got Invicta. Silly me. Dang it. Maybe I ought to just give up and stop this channel. Maybe Trapvision needs to go away because I've collected Invicta and I have an opinion. And man, why did I ever press record? Man. I appreciate you guys watching though. For those that dislike the content, but you still watch, man, bro, keep that algorithm going, man. Let people know, hey, don't go over and watch that dude. He's an Invicta collector and he's over there talking about Rolex style watches. Don't go watch him. Yeah, don't come watch me, but watch me closely. Come on, bro. I'm not mad at you though, because you still left a comment. I appreciate it. I promise I do. I promise. That means that's one more. I don't care if you lasted 30 seconds. I think about how many people in the world. There's millions of people that are not subscribed to YouTube yet. But if I got 30 seconds of your time, oh my gosh. Dude, you can't get it back. Even if you hate me, you can't get your 30 seconds back. I got it, and I got it in my jar. Matter of fact, it's in this cup, and I'm gonna drink it. Tasty. Your time. I just devoured it. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. I'm being silly. I need my watch civil rights. It's watch racism. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Trifecta has the best prices. Hey, you better go over there and check him out. Afternoon, Wild Thizzle, what's up, man? What's coming down? Oh, it ain't nothing. That big old truck. F350. Out of here. Can we get a wrist check, please? Cool to see ladies' watches for a change. Oh, yeah. He's out buying Rolex. Too many Red Bulls. No Santana today. Hey, listen, bro. This is espresso in this thing. Espresso in people's time. The haters, their time is in there. Hold up. Tastes good. The Rolex hate. There goes somebody, dog. Somebody, dog, out there. Trap, I guess I need to buy more watches. You don't say. You don't say. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and I can say that, ladies and gentlemen, because Naomi is in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be up out of here. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. I appreciate you guys' comments. If you are a Rolex collector, keep collecting. Don't let nobody, man, don't let me and nobody else thwart what you're trying to do, because your views matter. Your views on Rolex collecting matter. And if you're feeling some type of way, call 1-800 Me and Ben. Me and Ben is a spot where him and Hannibal, they're counselors, and they will help you through your time. All right? Anybody that's hating on you because you have a Rolex, those two gentlemen will help you get back on the road of health. Okay? I'm telling you, guaranteed. They helped me in my Invicta addiction. They just pushed me onto other brands, man. They keep telling me about all this other stuff. And who knows, maybe one day I may even get another Rolex at some point in time. I don't know. What the heck? Rolex isn't that special. Listen, man, the whole thing, Horology is dope, man. What we collect and what we like is amazing. I absolutely love it. I don't care what it is. I enjoy channels. I enjoy the banter. I do. We need it. It's desired. It's desired. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're growing, we're learning. Unfortunately, there are levels to this, and you are going to be put into a certain category based on the watch that you wear. That's real. It's a part of them isms, because you do have racism, you have classism, you have ageism, you have watchism, horologyism. If there's places like people look down on you for wearing like Timex. Oh, you got a Timex? Yeah, you broke. Yeah, you might be rich and just don't want to spend your money on that. So, hey, I'm with you on that one, Ben 10. I like it all. I want to see the comment which video. It is, what is my, my Daytona homage video. I'm trying to think of the name of the company because it's overseas. It's like 400. They do Daytona homages. And they're like $450. I can't think of the name of the company now. Ben, shoot me a message on Instagram, bro, if you're on Instagram. Because I'll have to look. Because I'm on this format, I can't get out and then, you know what I'm saying, look at YouTube stuff. Human nature is a handful. That's why we got each other, Megazord. Thank you for your wrist shot today, too. Appreciate it. Your that strap, so glossy. I almost took it off your wrist. If you'd have been like, what happened to... You didn't know it was with me. Ha! He says, getting comfortable being light-skinned. With that, man, I'm out of here, man. I ain't got time for Hannibal right now. Y'all, thank you for your time. Thank you so much. Until the next lightning strike, man, y'all be blessed. You crazy.